Hi everyone, my name is Matt Ennis. I'm a senior here at Woodstock Union High School, and for my C3 or Student Empowerment project, I did two things. Firstly, I was a computer science teacher's assistant for the AP Computer Science Principles class, where I taught students the fundamentals of programming and some big ideas about computing. Starting off, we learned the fundamentals of programming through C. Students did lots of problem sets, and I helped them out with my programming knowledge to create the foundation for a project for the AP exam. We then moved into some computing ideas like the internet. This is a graded assignment by a student where they had to explain some of the protocols on the internet and how it works. Also, personally, I did some more teaching stuff by grading assignments and giving some feedback to Mr. Smith about the lessons and how we can teach programming better and make a more successful class in the future. This is just more of a story. One time, Mr. Smith was running a little bit late for some reason. Mr. Smith, you're there, no offense to you, but the class was waiting outside of his classroom, so I brought the class into the innovation lab where we use the TV in the front to start off the class, go over what was on the class website, thankfully updated by Mr. Smith, and we started off class. People got their homework checked by one another, and we created a nice starting environment, and we just kept class going in there. I also took on some independent projects while I was the teacher's assistant. So this was creating some websites. The first one was a website that I actually created in 10th grade, where it's a randomizer for groups. So a list of students is put up in the top, and then the website randomizes into groups. So that was just updating the list of students for teachers and then kind of passing it off to a student for the future. I also was updating a website for the Woodstock Endowment Board, a board that I'm part of, where we give out grants to learning communities in the area, mostly through the school. And this was just kind of going through and getting feedback from the board about what we want on the website and then trying to implement it onto the website itself. This semester I studied artificial intelligence. I started off by looking at the CS 188 class through Berkeley. This was a class that I wasn't quite prepared for, which I'll go into later, but it was a great kind of in-depth look at artificial intelligence through Pac-Man. So I created a search algorithms for the Pac-Man, and that's about as far as I got before I realized I did not have the prerequisite classes. There were actually 3 Berkeley computer science classes that I was missing, but I was still able to learn a lot about artificial intelligence through the lectures of the class, which are publicly available online, and through the first problem set where I created a Pac-Man that can search for a single dot in a maze using different searches that I learned about in the lectures. I also created artificial intelligence for the game of sticks. It was a lot more basic, where the game is 20 sticks and the player can take 1, 2, or 3. The last one to take a stick loses. So I wrote a program which learns through playing the game and making correct moves, and I wrote a visualization for it shown on the right, so the different color box, the more likely the artificial intelligence is to make a move there. And overall I had a great time teaching and learning. Mr. Smith was a great guide, and it really set me up for the computer science that I'm trying to learn about in the future, which would not be offered through our school because I've already taken all of our computer science courses, and C3 set me up to keep my passion going and learn more and more. So I really thank them for that.